chairperson of the commission, the last time we had an engagement relating human rights, it ended in a public altercation. I hope this will end well. So I specifically welcome her. Sure. And this time around, I come in good faith. That's why I want to begin with a very light note for her presence. And for the very first one, I'll ask you to allow her to respond to it so that I can continue. I would just wish to know, each of these pages is signed off. May I know whose signature that is? For that I can continue.
It's my signature.
It's your signature.
The chairperson of the commission.
Oh, okay. I'll pick it up later, Honour Chair. I just wanted to.
Mr. Chairman, that's my middle name.
No, it's very okay.
As the Honorable Abdul Karim, who was with me at university.
I'm not doubting, I just wanted to know. I began on a light one so that she can feel, warmed up. Chair, I am happy. Part of what I want to raise, I've been able to present it, so I'll be brief. I want to refer the chairperson and the team to page 10. Page 10 on table 7. On your radio talk shows, there's a list, an enumeration of radios where talk shows were held. And particular on the regionalization of these targeted talk shows. Page 10 has an area or a region called Central. I wish to know where it is located and where those radio stations so mentioned, which people were they targeting in the Central and in Masaka. They held talk shows on 4 said radio stations in Bukoma Nsimbi, Irwenge FM, and Sese FM. Right, Honorable Chair, I would like to know what informs the choice of these media houses, and does the Commission believe that they indeed reached the target people in choosing these particular radio stations, and whether they think the taxpayer got their money's worth in the kind of messages that were transmitted through these rather incognito stations. I'm sorry to use that, but because I do understand the interplay of communication in this region. 3, Chair, I would like to refer the chairperson and the team to page 23, no, page 14. Sorry, pardon. Page 13 and 14, table 9. Hitherto referred to by Honorable Basalirwa, but I'm particularly interested in the extension on page 14. Number of cases closed at investigation level. Case load at investigation level. I have scanned through the annexures. I thought we would have a list of those cases as part of accountability, because as leaders of our community peoples would be eager, because 266 cases mentioned or listed would not consume 5 pages, Honorable Chair. Do we have these cases anywhere? Because we want to know why I made that little banter in my preamble. It's because in my interaction, not personal, with the team, we're investigating the case of missing persons. And the Commission had erroneously made a conclusion that there are no missing persons. When we last met in the Speaker's office, albeit with an incomplete commission, there was commitment to further look into the case of the missing persons. Because without a list, is it safe, Honorable Chair, to conclude that the missing persons are part of the 266, whose cases were closed at investigation level, and therefore you would ask the chairperson to face the country and tell the country that those cases were closed? I really need to know. It's not a personal matter, but I would leave this place feeling safe. The chairperson and her team would tell the country that indeed those were closed, and therefore there's no further that they can do to bring justice to the families. Second last, page 23. I was trying to come through the last work of the Commission as financial. This part of the work done building on page 23, was it in your work plan? I want to confirm whether it was in your work plan. Or there is a building reflection on page 23. Yes, was that in the work plan of the Commission? Because if it were, then it partly could explain why members are concerned as to the priorities of the Commission, that the Commission is investing in a motor, which is not a core mandate, and therefore would have a report on how much has been spent on motor, and not really a lot done on their core mandate in Article 15. Lastly, Honorable Chair, on page 25, the Commission, I hope I'm referring to the right page. I'm trying to pick a table, Honorable Chair, where Commission shows the visitations to the detention facilities. Hope I missed the page, but the authors understand what I'm referring to. Exactly. You visited the military detentions. Did you enlist whether they are civilians in those detention facilities, military detention facilities? So, and when you visit, do you catalog the detainees and their particulars, the time they have spent in those detentions, and the cases for which they are under detention? In particular, did you establish whether they are civilians in those detention centers owned by the military? It would be interesting to know if you indeed found any. And very last, you have investigated violations across. And the world knows that most of the violations to the masses have been visited upon them by serving military officers. Have you opined anywhere or recommended the prosecution of any military officer? Have you followed up any of these officers that have been at the helm of gross human rights violations? Or you just investigate generally and you think these are random violations? Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Thank you, Right Honorable Mathias MPUUGA. Santa Alu.